He's back, and back to the business of rewriting the rules of digital music. After relaying some impressive figures showing that the iTunes Music Store is now the #1 music retailer in the world, with over 100 million registered accounts in 23 countries, Apple CEO Steve Jobs unveiled a new version of the store, iTunes 9, which includes something called iTunes LP.
It's got everything with it. It's got videos, it's got liner notes, it's got all sorts of stuff. So here's an example of some lyrics. Here's an example of a chronology of their albums that you can go into and all the songs. Here's a Bob Dylan album. Here's a great Doors album. Norah Jones album.
iTunes LP is just one of the new features of the new version of iTunes, but it is notable because it marks an effort by Apple to reach out to the music companies who've been troubled by a trend known as unbundling of the album, or in other words, single-track downloads. iTunes marketing director Chris Bell says the handful of albums currently available in the format represent a fraction of what's to come.
You know, with the LP transitioning to CDs and cassettes and then to digital, we really lost the creativity around album covers, liner notes, video, and iTunes LP brings all that back and more.
Mark Mulligan tracks digital media for the independent research firm Forrester.
They're trying to reignite interest in the album, but definitely trying to sing from the same song sheet as the record labels. But this, I think, is a really cautious step. You know, they're pulling the punches. The fact is, most people now don't like buying albums, and iTunes created the concept of downloading individual tracks. This isn't going to be enough to persuade those single-track lovers to suddenly go and buy an album.
This enhanced digital music offering has been talked about for some time, but its introduction was upstaged by the reappearance of a Bob Dylan fan who often creates the winds of change that blow throughout this industry. Matt Cowan, Reuters.